Outgoing President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono called on Indonesian Muslims to resist calls to wage jihad in northern Iraq by the ISIS terrorist organization on Friday. SBY says Indonesian Muslims need to remember that ISIS advocates the use of extreme levels of violence to obtain their goals.
Namun, saya perlu menyampaikan kepada rakyat Indonesia, tidak semua persoalan yang terjadi di Timur Tengah, di negara-negara Islam itu persoalan agama. Banyak persoalan internal mereka. Yang konflik pun juga sesama yang beragama Islam. Jadi menyimpulkan kalau terjadi konflik di Timur Tengah, Islam lawan non-Islam atau Islam lawan Barat itu keliru. Mari kita lihat secara jernih apa kasus yang terjadi.
SBY joined a growing chorus of Indonesian officials to raise concerns over the presence of local jihadists within ISIS ranks. At least 50 Indonesians have joined ISIS, many entering the terrorist organization shortly after its split from the al-Qaeda-affiliated al-Nusra Front in Syria. ISIS has since moved its war into northern Iraq, where the Islamist group says it will fight to establish the start of a larger Islamic caliphate in the Middle East. The brutal terrorist group is known for crucifying its enemies while fighting in the Syrian city of Aleppo. ISIS also boasts of its mass executions, releasing videos of ISIS militants gunning down unarmed Iraqi soldiers online. One of the founders of the Golkar party and the Organization of Independent Indonesian Workers, SOCSI, has suggested that the party hold its national congress in October. Suhardiman has also called for the current party chairman, Bakrie, to step down. A national meeting of the leaders of the party's provincial chapters last year agreed to postpone this year's Congress, which was originally scheduled for October, by 1 year. The suggestion was made on the assumption that the leadership may have been preoccupied with the elections. Suhardiman argued that the decision to extend the current leadership by a year went against the party's constitution.
Kami Profesor Dr. Haji Suhardiman S.A. bersama dengan Presidium Depinas Soksi mengusulkan agar Saudara Insinyur Abu Rizal Bakrie mundur dari jabatannya atau segera melaksanakan musyawarah nasional Partai Golkar secepatnya sebelum tanggal 4 Oktober 2014 sesuai dengan siklus pergantian kepemimpinan kepengurusan partai sebagaimana diatur dalam anggaran dasar Partai Golkar pada pasal 30.
He said the matter had become more pressing following what he calls the failure of party chairman Abu Rizal Bakrie to steer the party toward a victory in the presidential election. He also says Abu Rizal's unilateral dismissal of party members that supported Joko Widodo and Yusuf Kala had caused a rift within the party. The Prabowo Hatta legal team has been preparing for the appeal hearing at the Constitutional Court, scheduled to begin on August 6th. Prabowo Subianto and Hatta Rajasa have said that they will attend the proceedings.
Kita nanti di dalam persidangan MK kita akan memaparkan bagaimana gerakan yang sistematis, terstruktur dan masif itu dilakukan.
In addition to the former candidates, the leadership of the Merah Putih coalition has said they will also be at the hearing. Golkar Party Secretary General Idrus Marham says the coalition has filed a lawsuit against the KPU, stating that their request for sealed ballot boxes to be reopened was unnecessary. The coalition has also accused the KPU of manipulating the results of the final vote count of the presidential election. The Jakarta administration's head of staff held a roll call of public employees on Monday after the end of the Idul Fitri holiday. Civil servants absent without approval were set to be penalized with a sanction of 2 months without civil service support. E. Made Karmayoga, the capital's head of staff, found that 90% of civil servants in his office had returned to work. Karmayoga also inspected other divisions, such as the Auction Services Unit, the Staff Health Service Center, and the Jakarta Regional Legislative Council Secretariat. His department will impose sanctions on those who were absent without proper clearance. Penalties will vary from a light reprimand to the suspension of their civil service allowance for 2 months.
Kalau kan ininya sampai jam 8 batasnya ya. Kalau tanpa alpa, tanpa izin itu udah otomatis teguran lisan dan surat pernyataan dari atasan. dari ini tidak puas lah atasannya. Kemudian risikonya ya jujur aja tunjangannya kepotong, tidak dapat tunjangan. Ya paling enggak 2 bulan enggak dapat.
Tapi kalau untuk peraturan itu sendiri, saya rasa ketika mereka masuk dan nanti ada keterangan yang lebih jelas lagi, mungkin ada pertimbangan sendiri dari atasan masing-masing.
Tapi tidak berkeberatan ya dengan peraturan?
Kalau saya sendiri nggak ada masalah karena saya sendiri juga udah masukkan sekarang. Gitu, liburnya juga udah cukup.